Well, anytime I have the opportunity to team up with Guinness, I'm going to do it. And the Proposition 317 seems like a great thing to get involved with, and the efforts that they were putting out there to try and make St. Patrick's Day an official and national holiday. And I'm Irish. I have great pride in the day, and I thought, well, I'd love to be a part of it and go out and try and get the word out to get people to sign up the petition at proposition317.com and see if we can make this thing happen.
How long do you think this process might take to get St. Patrick's Day becoming a national holiday?
Well, I mean, if it moves quickly and people went to the website or really rallied around it, like we're starting to see, I mean, momentum on things pretty good. And I think more or less people are having fun with it, and they're it's brought great awareness to drinking responsibly on St. Patrick's Day, and it's making people talk about it. So, I mean, you need a lot of names, and if we get them, we get them, and we'll go right to Congress with it. But if not, it's reminding people that St. Patrick's Day is a great day to spend it with your friends and family.
Mm-hmm. Carson, with your Irish heritage, does it upset you that more people focus on the alcohol part of St. Patrick's Day?
It doesn't surprise me, but that's kind of one of the things that's fun for me to do this, with Guinness, is that I mean, it's been, for an Irishman, it's considered a bit of a rookie day, if you will, as far as the drinking, but, to get out there and to talk about St. Patrick's Day and what it means to me and to my heritage and to my family and what that day is all about really for us is being together, and, and drinking responsibly is, obviously a very, very important message to get out there, and I'm glad that I'm doing this with Guinness, and that's been the thing, even here in New York, talking this up, and you get that message out there, especially to some of the younger folks who like to go a little crazy on that day. Say, hey, you don't have to go nuts. It's not about that. This isn't about slamming alcohol. This is about celebrating the day, and that's been important to be able to do.
How are things going over at Last Call?
They're going well. I did Conan O'Brien last night, and in the intro when he brought me out, he said Carson started his 7th year of Last Call, and as he said it, I went, wow, has it really been 7 years? The show's going great. We shoot it out in L.A. now, and it's just a blast to do.
I do have a serious question about the show to ask, and that's, unfortunately, when the writer's strike was over, several of your writers got canned. Is the network not being as nice to you as you wish they were?
I'm sure if you asked anybody at the network, they might say that they could be treated nicer. But listen, it's been a tough year. I don't think it's just NBC. I think there's a lot of shifting going on in traditional media in general. The numbers are down for I think everybody, and unfortunately, with the strike, there was a lot of a lot of bad things happened in and around it and because of it. So I don't think I'm targeted alone by the network, but I'm the little guy, and whatever happens, happens. I'm lucky to have the show, and we're still moving forward. It's still fun to do. I mean, it's a really fun show.
During the strike, you were one of the first late night guys to come back, and I think you got a lot of slack unfairly. I think you were caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
When you were hearing like attacks from the Writers Guild or from other people, in fact, I remember hearing that people actually in your audience were shouting stuff at you. Were you taking it personally, or were you kind of just like, sorry guys, I have to do this?
Yeah, no, I didn't take it personally. I guess you can't help but, take some of it personally. But I never did. Listen, it was a terrible situation. I made it very clear throughout the strike why we came back, and I think people understood it. I think I was a little unfairly treated there in the beginning, but as it unfolded, and the whole point is that it's over now, and we're all glad about that. So,
what do you think will happen in a couple of years when the big shift with Conan going over to the night show happens? Do you think you'll take the 12:30 slot, or do you think NBC is going to find someone else?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. It's just too hard to say. I have no clue. I certainly would. I love the show that I do. And if I have the opportunity to keep doing that at 1:30, 12:30, or at 9 p.m., that's fine with me. But that's a decision that's made by somebody with a lot more power than I.
You built up your career with hosting Total Request Live on MTV as well as your radio stuff. Is what MTV was when you were hosting TRL the same as the MTV of today, or do you think it's morphed into something different? And if so, do you like the way that MTV is now?
I don't watch that much MTV anymore. I mean, I lived it for so long. I'm 34, so I also don't just have MTV on like I used to. It's a different place, of course. I mean, I was there 6 or 7 years ago now. It's changed. The television's changed. Cable's changed. Viacom's changed. So it's a different place. They don't play as many music videos. They've had success as being going more in a network path of having programming like Laguna Beach and the Hills, and they're apparently doing very well with their programming. So it's just a different place. I love music, and I think the internet's become and the digital platforms in music have become very powerful places for music, and MTV still and always will be a premier brand and mean a lot to music and a way to break bands.
Excellent. Carson, I really appreciate your time today. I do have one more question for you,
Yeah.
and this is completely just for me, because I've watched your show a couple of times late at night, and I've seen that you've brought out the old Pressure Luck board. I'm a huge Pressure Luck fan. Now, are you a Pressure Luck fan too?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about that show did you like?
Just the no whammies, really. When the little whammy guys came up. I don't know. I just liked the way it looked, so we just decided to have a little fun with it on the late night show, and the sounds of that show. It's a great game show.